It's simple, folks. The more credibility you give to somebody, the more power they have over you to influence your life. You have to be careful because the power of suggestive influence is such that if this object or element or whatever it is, it could be the internet, a person, somebody that you have, confidence in, you have faith in, they're telling you something or you're hearing something, perhaps maybe it's a radio broadcast or your cell phone, whatever it is, that if you honestly are convinced as to what they're saying is the truth, subconsciously, once that suggestive influence is implanted in your subconscious and you are convinced absolutely unequivocally, what you do unconsciously is you begin to project that out and manifest that as a reality. That is the power of suggestive influence that others have over you and that you have over others. You have to be really, really, really cautious with these things. Because when you're on a great path and everything's vibing high and moving along real quickly and everything is light and beautiful, the darkness will have none of that. So through the power of suggestive influence, wherever that source may be, if you give validity to whatever that source is, like in other words, if you lend credence to this, or you give it pertinence or relevance, a person, whatever, or even watch the news or a magazine you read, whatever it is, and you believe that what they're saying is the truth, it becomes the truth of your reality. That's why they influence you with media. That's why people 4 years ago ran out and they didn't question. They were flying to those things. They didn't say, hey, you know what, wait a minute, what's in it? Nobody asked, nobody was saying. They just kept rolling along. And then when anybody died from it, they came up with an excuse. Because why? Because people had faith in this establishment in three-letter agencies. They didn't question unequivocally. Whatever they say is the gospel truth, no doubt, no question, no refuting, no debating. That is the nugget of wisdom from God. So that's why they went out and did that, and a lot of them paid with their lives. I remember I was at a party about 2 years ago. I was speaking to a husband and wife, and they had two children, a 33-year-old and a 34-year-old, son and a daughter. They both went to the same doctor, and they got the same. Within a few days, they were both dead. And I've heard that quite a lot. And it wasn't any pre-existing conditions, nothing. These were healthy, young, vibrant, very fit young adults. Okay, so it's just out there because they had faith in the darkness through the power of suggestive influence, what they were being told on television, and all the scare tactics and all the paradigms and the paranoia. It worked. It got them to go exactly where they intended them, these people, to go, to this. And everybody that was murdered from that, it was blamed on the, I'm not going to say it on here, but that was the whole premise of what they were trying to do. Why? Through the power of suggestive influence. Millions around the world, without question, without hesitation, without any inkling of a doubt, ran to these things. I remember when they were fighting to get different companies. I can't say the names here. There was like 7 different companies that were putting that stuff out. And it was just insane. That is what you have to be careful of, the power of suggestive influence that external sources has over you, because you validate these things as authority figures. So you feel comfortable with them. Like when you go to a doctor, you see a white lab coat, you think this person knows what they're doing. Trust me, no. That's legalized drug dealers, what they are. They're working for the biggest drug company in the globe, making trillions of dollars of profit, making people sick, keeping them that way until they go to their grave. Trust me. But what I'm saying, just not even that instance, anything. Once you're in a really great path, anything's going to try to trip you up through the power of suggestive influence. And you got to shut it down before it has a chance to do that. God bless.